So I figured it would be best for me to shoot a video to answer the question, and just kind of show you some examples, and hopefully this clears everything up for you. So first of all, the concept is that everything is a range, right? And this is a line, and let's call this point A, and this is point, Z or whatever. Yeah, point A and point Z. And let's say point A to point Z, that's a range, right? So everything in between is a part of that range. We can also take this as um, point one. Just we can assign it a number, the number one, and we can assign this the number 10. And so all of this is nothing but a range, right? So it's just a range of numbers. That being said, a candlestick, when that what I just drew is horizontal and a candlestick is vertical, right? So the same thing would apply here. Let's say that's one and the high is 10. So it's just a range. So we were say, hey, what's the range of what is the price range of a car, a price range of fruit, a price range of a house, a price range of interest rates, anything, um, 1 through 10. And another example would be, when people say, well, hey, how do you feel about this subject? Do you like it or hate it? Give me, 1 to 10. Tell me what you think. It's just a range, right? Candlesticks are the same, but it's representing what the price is. So from that perspective, the very high is the highest point and the very low is the lowest point. And when you look at these wicks, I'm going to draw that now. And I'll change it to, let's change this to green. I'll just use the green. So when you look at a candle and it has a wick, right, like that, this is the very low. That's the lowest price, and this is the highest price. So these are candle wicks. And the way that I explain what a wick is just where price went to that but didn't stay there. And the example that I like to give is that if I dropped you on the beach, and I dropped you here, and you walk 10 steps to the right and you come back, what's going to be here? Footprints, right? So you're going to have footprints in the sand. If I did the same thing and walk you back to where I dropped you, you're going to have footprints in the sand. So think of the wicks as, hey, the price went there, but the body didn't stay there. So this is the wick and this is the body. And so this, what you see here would be the body of the candle. And the body just really represents price gains or price losses. If the market went down, it represents losses for that candle. If it went up, it represents gains for that candle. So when it had, it went up or it went down. Very, very straightforward in that way. Now, let's see if I can do this and take this off. And I am going to draw another candle. Now, each candle has 6 components. That is an ugly candle. Let's take that off. Do this. 6 components. One, you have the wick, right? Wick. We have the body, right? So that's more the characteristics of how we are able to visualize a candle. So a body and it has wicks, and then the other components is price associated. When we're talking about it's a range, well, that's the lowest price. So this is going to represent the low. And then if it's a bullish candle, it's going to open at the bottom, right? And it moves up, right? So my arrows look a little funny, but the price moves up. This is where it actually closed at. And then this is the highest point. All right, so those are the other 4 components: a low, a open, a high, and a close. And that information is always going to be available to us on every single candle. So look up here where it has the open, the high, the low, and the close. So if I put this over this candle right here, it's going to give me this data. And the open is at the top, 42,734. The highest point is 42,812, which is a higher number than the open. The lowest point is 42,307. I'm sorry, the lowest point is 42,252, and then the close is 42,307. So you can see how these numbers correlate to, oh, it's just numbers, really, right? And that's just how you define a range in a candle. And, the other question that you asked was, what makes some candles long or short? Well, just really covered that. Like the price either went up or down. If it went up, then it's going to be a green candle, a long candle. If it went if it went down, then it's going to be a red candle or a candle that was short. Um, and why some wicks are long or short, that just has to do with the volume in that candle. Like, how aggressive was the market? How big was the range? So if we can look at this candle, small range, big range, small range, right? And we'll get into key times and so forth and how you know when it's going to be big ranges and small ranges. But what I wanted to do with this video is just really break down the concept of what is a candle and what do they mean and how do we interpret what's there. And let's see, I want to make sure I answered all the questions. What inside the candle represent? Got that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that I answered all the questions here. I hope this is very, very helpful to you. And of course, if you need more explanation, I'm happy to do that too. Talk to you in a bit.